Psilly Willys Mushroom Machine. The world's first true all-in-one grow kit. Easier than a box of mac and cheese, and the goal to grow mushrooms out of the top of a van. Get a unique postcard following Philly Willy on his road trip. Have fun and take a trip with this Psilly Mushroom Grow Kit. Step 1, grain voucher. The first thing we're gonna do is order our research syringe voucher. This is what gets you the culture y'all need to start growing. The second thing we're gonna do is gonna be redeem our grain redemption voucher. This is gonna let you have perfectly cooked, sterilized grain in order to make spawn. Step 2, inoculation. In this step, we're gonna take the grain and the research syringe and make a baby. First, we're gonna start by taking the needle out of the sheath and uncapping the syringe, inserting the needle into the syringe, then we're gonna take our 70% isopropyl alcohol pad and we're gonna wipe down the outside of the grain bag. This will allow for a very clean entrance. Next, we'll just pop off the needle sheath and stab the grain bag. When ready, we will inject 3 milliliters of research syringe culture. After removing the needle from the grain bag, we want to be sure to tape over the needle hole so that it is airtight once again. After tape has been applied, carefully unwrap the top portion of the grain bag and start to create a pathway of air. Make sure that there's a pathway of air reaching from behind the white filter patch all the way to the surface of the grain. This is needed for proper growth and development of the mycelium. Be sure to let the grain bag colonize for 8 to 10 days or until 20% is white. Then mix the grain bag without opening. Redistribute the white grains to finish step 2 by day 20. Step 3, hydrating and spawning. At this point, we will take our fully colonized grain spawn and mix it with our Master's Mix fruiting substrate. The first thing we need to do is hydrate and pasteurize the Master's Mix substrate. We will first do that by opening the Master's Mix fruiting substrate bag and then pouring in 1 liter of water. After letting the Master's Mix fruiting substrate absorb the water for about 1 minute, we will then fold the top of the bag over and then place it in the microwave and microwave on high for 4 minutes and 19 seconds. Warning, the bag will be hot when removing it from the microwave. Let the substrate cool down below 80 degrees Fahrenheit before proceeding. Once cooled, it is now time to inoculate the Master's Mix fruiting substrate. To do that, we will first start by taking our fully colonized grain spawn and breaking it up into small individual clumps of grain. Once all of the grains have been separated and broken up, we are going to then open the Master's Mix fruiting substrate bag. And then open the grain bag and empty the grain bag into the Master's Mix fruiting substrate bag. We will then tape the larger bag filled with both contents to make a more or less airtight seal at the top of the bag. To do this, simply tape along one flattened edge and then fold the tape over to seal the bag. Trim off any pigtails and check to make sure it holds air before mixing the contents completely and thoroughly. The last thing to do is to cut the top off the van and place the bag inside the box to get growing. Make sure the top surface is nice and level, and lightly pack the substrate into place to ensure quicker colonization. Let sit at room temperature for 2 weeks. Cut a 1 to 2 inch single slit through the filter patch once mushrooms are 1/4 inch tall. Then exhaust and inflate once per day until mushrooms are ripe. See written instructions for further details.